So here girls, one unsolved question I'll do. Next thing is balance sheet. Sometimes when the balance sheet, now here you see this is a question of dissolution where there is no balance sheet. We do not know the number of assets, the worth of assets, the liabilities, the dues. So how will you proceed on making the realization account, which begins with the book value, recording the assets and the liabilities at the book value. So for these type of questions where balance sheet is not given at the date of dissolution, what do? We have to prepare the balance sheet. I chose this unsolved question. It is, I thought one question, unsolved question also would be of little help to you. Though explaining from the illustration and unsolved is one and the same thing. We have coinciding, that is the beauty of this book. We have coinciding illustrations and the unsolved questions. Anyway, this I have taken unsolved so that it is of little help to you. Here in this question number 18, if you follow your textbook, A, B and C are in partnership sharing profits in the ratio of 4:3:3. 4:3:3. They decided to dissolve the partnership firm. At the date of dissolution, their creditors amounted to 16,800 in the course of dissolution and contingent liability of rupees 3,500, 3,400, not brought into the course of not brought into course of accounts, matured and had to be met. Contingent liability, the value is given. It had to be met. Their capital stood at, capitals of the partners are given, A, B and C. A is 12,000, B is 10,000 and C is 8,000. B had lent to the firm in addition to capital rupees 13,200. The assets realized and the value of assets has not been given. The value of assets realized has been given to us 45,670. Value of assets is not given. So that is the balancing figure. With the information given about the balance sheet, the liabilities or assets, one thing will be the balancing figure. See, if you remember the preparation of liabilities, girls, balance sheet, girls, the balance sheet consists of three main things. We have assets, we have liabilities and capital. So out of these three things, one thing would be missing. In case one thing is missing, that will be the balancing figure with the remaining information. Let us prepare now. With this information, we prepare the balance sheet. See here, I've done this here. The balance sheet, creditors value has been given, B's loan also has been given, the capitals of the three partners given. So these two conditions, I told you three things in the balance sheet: sundry assets, the outside liabilities and the capital. The owner's capital, outside owner's liability, outside liability and the assets. Out of these three things, one thing, in case it is missing, it can be easily found out. So here the balancing figure comes out to be rupees 60,000. So 60,000 balancing figure on the asset side, that is the value of assets. Now with this information, we have the assets, we have the liabilities, we have the capitals, we can prepare the accounts of the dissolution. We start with the realization account. Two sundry assets, rupees, the value given we have just found out 60,000, it is rupees 60,000 here. Then by creditors, the value given 16,800. Now assets realized rupees, this is value is given to us 45,670. It has been clearly given to us. The liability, the contingent liability of rupees 3,500 had to be met. We had to meet. Contingent liability is not recorded. It had to be met. So we will write to bank here. And the creditors had to be paid at this amount. And the balancing figure is the loss on realization. So by loss on realization, A, B, C divided in the ratio of 4:3:3. The remaining balancing figure of loss divided in the ratio. Then we make the capital accounts. The balances of capitals have been given to us: 12, 10 and 8,000. Straight away 12, 10 and 8,000. The realization losses, we have accommodated the realization losses here. These are the realization losses we have accommodated here, and these are the amounts to be paid to the partners. Payment to the partners, bank account, realization, the contingent liability had to be paid. Bank account means wherever we have debited or credited bank, we have paid wherever you have written bank. So we have written bank here, this also payment is made, this also payment is made, this is recovered. So what is recovered will come here, what payments are made will come here, and the bank account, this is the bank account. In case left, it will definitely tally. This is the total, it will tally. So this was question number 18, where the balance sheet on the date of dissolution is not given to us. Next question, one different type of question. If you can see properly, you can follow here. Otherwise, it is question number 24 in my textbook. You can locate the coinciding question in your textbook. This is unsolved question number 24 with me. PQR. PQ and R started business on 1st April 13. They shared profits and losses in the ratio of 2 to 1. Capitals contributed by them. Capitals are given 40 and 30,000, 40, 30 and 20,000. Partners were entitled to interest on capital at 6% per annum. Interest on capital. Now, this is what is different. Interest on capital has been given to us. That means the question is demanding something else. You have to realize now what is question demanding. During the year, the firm earned profit before interest. Before any interest, it is 25,000. The partners had withdrawn. The partners' drawings has been given. Now see what is required, what is not given to us. On 31st March, the firm was dissolved. The assets realized rupees 1 lakh. Creditors 15,000 were paid at a discount of 3%. Expenses incurred on realization. Prepare partners' capital account here. Realization account, cash account, profit and loss appropriation account, and balance sheet to close the books of the firm. In case all this information is not given here, they can ask you to prepare necessary ledger accounts. So first you have to prepare. Now this question is different because here the divisible profit has not been given to us. We have to find out the divisible profit because interest on capital, that is a requirement in P&L appropriation account, if you remember. So P&L appropriation account, to find the amount or divisible, the balance brought down, interest on capitals, and the capitals here. We make the P&L appropriation account. We have made the P&L appropriation account. Now with this, the capitals, we have ascertained the capitals of the partners in the ratio of 2, 2 and 1. So here this is the net profit that will be transferred to the capitals. The net profit has not been, because interest on capital was left. From the profit we have allowed the interest on capital, and we find out the divisible profit, which has to be increased, which has to be added to the capitals given to us. Let us see. Now we make the balance sheet. We prepare the balance sheet. Sundry assets have been given to us, but what is not given now, we'll make adjustment with the profits, divisible profits here that had been added to the given capitals. 40,000 plus this net profit of 7840 minus the drawings. Each partner's drawings have been clearly given to us. Partner's capital plus profit minus drawings. This is P's capital, the capital given plus net profit plus interest on capital plus net profit minus the drawings. 20,000 next partner plus interest on capital plus net profit minus drawings. This is the net amount of balance sheet here. The partner's capitals here and the balance sheet, and the balancing figure, the amount of sundry assets here. Then we have the realization account. Now the question is as we were doing before, realization account. Sundry assets, as we have just calculated the value of sundry assets here. The creditors have been given to us. We realize the sundry assets. We pay off the creditors. We pay the expenses. Cash, the sundry assets realized rupees 1 lakh, and the capitals. Divided, these are the realization losses distributed among the partners in the ratio of 2, 2 and 1. 2, 2 and 1. Rupees 3,200, 3,200 and 1,600, 1,600. These are the profits, the divisible profits, which will be now added to their capital accounts. Clear? And then capital accounts that you can make. You know how to prepare the capital accounts. The balances, now the capitals we know. You will make the provisions of capitals and you will make the capital account. One more question I found here. It is question number 25 with me. A, B and C were partners from 1st April 2012 with capitals of rupees 3 lakh, 2 lakh and 1,50,000 respectively. They shared profits in the ratio of 2 to 1. They carried on the business for 2 years. In the first year ending 31st March 13, they made profit of 2 lakh, but in the second year ending 31st March 2014, a loss of 60,000 was incurred. Okay, 2 years balance sheets have not been given. As the business was no longer profitable, they dissolved the firm on 31st March 2014. Creditors on the date of dissolution now, creditors on that date were 75,000. Partners withdrew rupees 40,000 per partner per year, and the assets realized rupees 4 lakh. Expenses on realization. So here, according to the question now, what is not given? We do not have we do not know. The assets realized are given, but the assets value is not given. For that, we need to know the capitals. That will be the capitals. So with the information given to us, we first prepare the capital account. See girls, the requirement of realization account is we need to know the sundry assets, the book value of sundry assets, the liabilities at the book value, and the realization worth, the realization of sundry assets and the liabilities, paying value of the liabilities. All these four things are given, then you proceed on with the question in the same manner as we did. But in case any of this information is not there, we first have to find out that information. So it is not what type of question, you just have to see what is not given here from these four things. What do we require? We need to know the book value of assets, we need to know the book value of the liabilities, we need to know the payment, the clearing value of liabilities, we need to know the realizing value of the assets and the losses, and then the question is as it proceeds. Now here the sundry assets have not been given. Sundry assets were not given in the previous question also, but then for that we need to know the capitals. That also is not given. So how do we know the balancing figure? Capitals के लिए some information has been given. There are drawings, there is profit and loss for 1 year, all the information is given. So first we will have to make the arrangement of capitals. Find out the balance of capitals on the date of dissolution. With the amount we have bank account here that the value is given. We have P&L appropriation, the amount that is clearly given to us, and this is very clearly given to us. Drawings of one partner, 40,000 per partner per year, they say, this year also and this year also. We just carry forward, it is for 2 years. I have made it for 2 years, and at the end of 2 years the balance, the capital balances that have been given to us are 1 year prior, and the information that is given to us, the business is closing 1 year later. So with the opening balances of the 1 year's capital, we cannot make the balance sheet and the value of sundry assets of the year of closing, year of dissolving. So we will first, with the balances given, the drawings made of that year, P&L appropriation, the profits distributed, we have the first year's balances. With this, now we the profit and loss appropriation arrangements have been done, the profits and the losses, and then the capitals here. And here we get to know the balancing figure is the capitals of the partners on the date of dissolution. With these capitals now, we will proceed on making balance sheet. We have made the balance sheet. Creditors are given to us. A's capital, B's capital, C's capital. Balancing figure of all this will be worth of sundry assets. Now we start making the realization account. Sundry assets we have just found out here. The value of creditors is given to us very clearly. Creditors value is given to us. Creditors is given to us. Sundry assets are realized. The expenses of sundry assets are realized at rupees 4 lakh. It is given to us in the question. We pay rupees for the creditors are paid when nothing is mentioned. It is paid at the 100% value. Expenses on realization, and the balancing figure is the loss on realization. And then in case the capital accounts have to be made, we proceed in the same manner. Are we clear? Now girls, I think all different type of questions from the questions given behind the chapter we have covered. But some more questions which I find I wanted to cover the type of questions in our textbook. Now, I have seen some questions in some other books which are different than the questions given in our book. I will do those questions with you. But you are girls now in these extraordinary circumstances. These are awkward circumstances, not liked by either the teachers or not easy for you. We can well understand. But children, we have to cope up with each other. We have to manage and be a support to each other. Okay, we are trying to do the best to furnish you with the latest information, but you have to be you have to realize this on your own. You have to be awake. Keep yourself updated, keep yourself awake, and keep yourself balanced. Don't get swing away if homework is not being given. See, I'm taking two subjects in one period's time. I am taking two subjects, which is very difficult. How I am managing and I am rushing, only I know. So please cooperate and keep your accounts furnished, keep your answers furnished. Okay, see you girls, bye bye.